Chanel and I have done the unthinkable. We packed up our respective lives and decided to do something crazy. We decided to live together. We're roommates. So in this episode, we're going to just talk about our experiences on finding a place and how the first couple of weeks living together has gone. Enjoy.
Wow.
What, Chanel?
We're back.
We are back.
Do you notice anything different?
I don't think they will.
Nothing at all?
Probably the lack of paintings in the background, but that doesn't really say much.
It doesn't.
That just might mean that I'm redecorating.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. A little bit like, kind of picking up all my stuff, taking it out of my current apartment, and not only moving it to a new apartment in the same city, taking it to a completely different city.
Oh. Oh my God. Cindy, did you move?
No.
No?
Yes, I did move.
Where did you?
did.
How did you? Oh my God.
This is so cringe. Anyway.
I'm such a good actor.
Yeah, you sure are. Anyway, I did move.
Cindy moved.
I moved. I did indeed.
Wow.
But not only did I move apartments, like I said, I moved cities, but not like, San Francisco to like Palo Alto type move. Wow. I kind of did like a 300 some mile move.
Wow. She's a world traveler.
Just a state traveler.
Not even a state.
Yeah, it's to the same state.
It's in the same state.
Interstate traveler? Intrastate traveler? Is that what they call it?
I guess it is
Intra.
because it's supposed to be inside.
The only reason why I know it's intra is because that's what my movers called it. It's an intrastate move. Yeah. But yes, I moved within the state. I picked up my entire life from the Bay Area and moved myself to Southern California.
Wow.
And you want to know what's so crazy?
What's crazy?
You know somebody who lives in Southern California.
Oh my God. Who?
It starts with a C and ends with an L. And the name sounds like a luxury brand.
I couldn't. No guesses. Let me think. Oh, you know what? I might know someone.
You might know at least one person.
Chloe.
Chloe doesn't end with an L.
Hold on, I got it.
I think I made it a little too specific. If I just said a luxury brand.
Yeah. The C is hard.
The C. No, you could have done Coach if I didn't say it ended with an
Oh,
L.
yeah. Okay.
But anyway, yes.
Me. My name's Chanel.
Yes. And you want to know something crazy, audience? We're roommates.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
we're roommates.
We bit the bullet and decided that, this podcast is something that we seriously want to take serious.
Seriously.
And that the only way we can do this seriously is if we're roommates. That's the only reason why we live together.
It's the only reason. It's just for the podcast.
Yes.
No other reasons. We didn't want to live together because we like each other. We actually don't like we hate each other. The only reason why we're together is for this podcast. And that's the way things are going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So once the podcast ends, I'm never speaking to you ever again.
Never. Not at all. And, even when we're here and we're like living our lives, we don't speak to each other at all. We just pass each other. We actually spit in each other's direction. Nothing but hate.
Exactly. So this was just a business move.
Yeah.
Even though it's not even really a business.
Purely.
But the hope is, because we're here, that is going to become, yeah.
Okay, we got to stop being sarcastic. Anyways.
Yeah, so I moved,
yes.
2 weeks ago? We both moved 2 weeks ago, but you moved here a couple weeks earlier.
Yes.
And it was something where Chanel and I actually, when I first moved to California, because Chanel's from here, we discussed, I was looking for a place to live in the Bay Area. You brought me down here to Southern California, where I did Disneyland and stuff. Like, I did Disney, and I've been to Southern California before, because Arizona's so close, but never as an adult. And as we were going around, I was like, this place is nice. This place is so cool. And we had a conversation, one that is kind of like, I kind of forgot until it circled back around, where it was like, give me 2 years at my job and then come back and talk to me. and I'll consider moving here because this place is great. And the whole contract that I had with my company was that I had to work there at least 2 years because they relocated me. And it was like, if you leave before your 2 years is up, you have to pay them back for your relocation.
Yeah.
And my company completely moved me from Houston, Texas to San Francisco, California, and they paid for everything.
Money.
So that's not money that I just had at disposal that I wanted to give. Even if I had it at disposal, that's not money you want to give back.
Yeah.
So I did my 2 years time, and you approached me actually about moving out or like moving together and living in Southern California. And I was like, I don't know. And then life hit me like with like a truck.
Yeah.
The biggest, fattest truck hit me.
Mack truck.
And kind of rolled back and forth on top of me.
Like you screamed bloody murder.
Yep. And I think it was literally in the span of like what? I think between when I decided to move and to when we moved was like, I think a month and a half.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was about a month and a half.
Yeah.
We had been talking about, you had brought up living together, I think January, February. And I told you to give me time. And you were like, you were considering it, but then the things were just like, life was like, you got to move. And I was like, I don't know. And then life hit me with my Mack truck. And I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it was
it was really like, you came out here.
Yeah.
Because I had an improv show.
Yeah. I was going to come regardless.
You were going to come regardless. We were hanging out and then we're like, you know what? Let's look at places.
Yeah.
And then we started looking at places. Those lookings were not successful.
None were successful.
No. But we tried our hardest.
Yeah.
And then Cindy had to go back home.
Yeah. Because I still had to live in the Bay Area.
Live, work, etc.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, it's me, let's go. And I was just driving back and forth, like literally driving 2 hours back and forth every day, just going and meeting with people. And then, everybody's not reliable. So some people canceled. I showed up to one place and they were like, oh, we only have studios. I'm like, thank you for having me drive 2 hours out here.
Their website, we specifically stated that we wanted 2-bedroom apartments.
Yeah. But we only have studios. Okay, cool, babe. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, that was a whole mess.
Yes.
Looking for a place out here. If you ever have to do it, come out here, spend time.
I think that was the advice that we were given.
Walk around.
Yeah, it was
like
literally walk around. I mean, since we moved here, I've noticed more places.
Yeah.
Just in the general vicinity because we were just... My biggest qualm, and it was the same issue that we had when I was looking for places to live in San Francisco. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And typically what pops up is not necessarily the best places. It's just what's the most searched places. Or typically like a complex, if they get more reviews or they can pay for the like actual ad space or whatever, you can Google apartments in San Francisco and that apartment will always come up because they put the money to do that when it's not necessarily the best option for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the apartment complex that I lived in the Bay Area, you found on some off website and we didn't even realize how great it was until we like drove up to it and I was like, how'd you find it? And you're like, I don't even know.
Just Googling.
Exactly.
Whew.
And Chanel was I
know every apartment.
Yes.
In the entire city of Los Angeles.
Yes.
I know every single apartment and they all suck.
No, the thing that was crazy to me was that we started off solely on like Zillow and I think it may be some apartments.com.
Yeah, I think apartments.com.
The way that would work is Chanel is more of a night owl and I would fall asleep really, really early. So I'd be in bed by like 10 o'clock and I'd wake up at like 5 in the morning to a bunch of places from Chanel and they'd be from like apartments.com, Zillow, MLS, homes.com. And I was like, some websites I've never heard of before. And I'd text you and be like, where are you finding these places?
I'm like, girl, I'm just doing everything I can because we have no time.
None.
None.
It's actually so funny because the other reason why it was also really quick was because my lease was up at my other place. And it was one of those things where it was like, I came to visit, I think in the beginning of August. And at that point, I think I had to have already given my 2 weeks, or I think it had to be 2 months notice.
Yeah.
And my 2 months was supposed to be the 25th of July of some sort. And at that point, I was also still trying to find places in the Bay Area, but I was like, nothing's coming.
It's not working. Because that was the one place we found.
Yeah.
Whew.
And it was like, the place that we found, it was before it was up and coming.
Yeah.
And so it was great.
Now it's popping.
It's popping. So the rent is popping.
The rent is popping.
But yeah, it was just like time was of the essence because I didn't have that much time. Like my stuff had to be out of the apartment complex. I had to figure out what to do for work. At this point, I wasn't really telling my parents anything. Like my mother was calling me like every other day being like, what's your plan? What are you doing? And I know you weren't speaking to your family. We were just doing everything.
Hey, me, I keep everything on the DL.
Which is smart.
DL until it's time. And then I'll let you know.
See, and I try to do that, but not necessarily because, mainly it's on the DL because I don't have anything figured out until the last minute.
I'm like, I know exactly what I want to do, but I don't want any opinions on it. So I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. And when it's ready, I'm going to tell you, and it's happening.
Yes.
So I don't need your opinion.
Yeah. For me, I'm weighing like 50 different ideas in my head. So I can't tell you what I'm thinking because I could change my mind tomorrow. And I don't want you to come back. One of my pet peeves, it's literally something I do to myself, is when I tell you something and I'm just saying like, yeah, I'm going to dye my hair red. And then I come back and you see me and it's yellow and you tell me, oh, I thought you were dyeing it red. That pisses me off. Because obviously I changed my mind. Why are we bringing this up? So to avoid that, I try to keep it to myself until it's last minute. So it's kind of the same essence, but yours is more so like I'm secure in my decision. Mine is I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Chanel would send me a couple of places, and the way that it would work is I would kind of pick. She was just like, these are places that I like. These are what I found. Which ones do you like? I would veto, say like yes or no. And any ones that were yeses, I would reach out to the realtors.
We were a solid team because I'm whatever that audio is. That was me during the night finding places. Yep. And I'm like, okay, I would look at it for like
very quickly,
3 minutes. Look, send. Look, this one looks okay, send. This one's in the right spot, right price. I was looking at like, where is it? Price. Yeah. And then a quick look at what it looks like, send it to Cindy. And then Cindy would do the due diligence of like really looking at it and then maybe checking for like a realtor to make sure that it's actually real.
Yeah, because that's one thing I'd also like to mention is that some of these places, you need to make sure that these realtors have realtor numbers because people be out here trying to scam you.
Scamming!
Yeah.
We have someone on our list.
We do. We're not going to say nothing, but there's somebody on our list.
Somebody's on our list.
Yeah. But yeah, and there would be other things like with one of the places that we both kind of liked, I was looking at them and I was like, wait, Chanel, do you see this? It's like one of them was like an AI rendering of the place and then the other was like seemingly the real photo.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would they be like, why does it look, it's like the same but different. Like the way that it was different was like the cabinets of one of the places would just be slightly bigger than the actual. And I'm like, that's just weird. So yeah. So she would look, send me a bunch. I'd go through, I'd make sure that the realtor seemed legit. And by seeming legit, I'd try to find the realtor number or try to find the realtor website or try to find other homes that they had also that they were trying to like rent or sell. And then I would go through and be like, yeah, I like it or I don't like it. And then from there, I'd reach out to the realtors or it would be the realtors or whoever the homeowners and be like, hey, I would like an appointment. Can you make this work for me?
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd send it to Chanel and be like, this is what your Wednesday looks like. You're going to be booked from 12 to 2. Broom, broom. I felt so bad because I know that drive was brutal.
We had to do.
Yeah. We got it, though.
We got it. Yeah. And I had to come out here, like 2 weeks I was doing it.
Yeah,
but like
2 weeks
on
straight.
and off. Yeah.
Where it's probably like at least a total of 6 days.
Yeah.
Like it would be like 3 days in the middle of the week.
Yeah. And then I was driving around random neighborhoods on FaceTime with Cindy, like, look at this place, look at this place, find this place, look this place up. Crazy. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Love it. And then literally we were looking at places. We found one place we liked, but it was a scam, so that didn't work out. We found another place we liked, but their living room was way too small.
And the amount that they were charging was just a lot. It was out of our budget.
It was out of our budget.
And the thing that's so crazy, I'm so glad we ended up not going out of our budget. I was like willing to go out of our budget because I felt like we were desperate.
Yeah. And I was like, I'd rather not. If we were going to do that, the place would have had to been perfect. Right. And that place was not perfect.
No, it wasn't perfect.
So that one, and then we had another one that we were looking at, which is one of the like newer builds.
Built in like 2025.
Yeah, it's like fresh. Nobody's ever lived in it, which is like, okay, it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And I was just looking at it. I was like, the vibes weren't there, you know what I'm saying? And the main issue with that one for me was so many floors, but also it's so compact. And then I think it was like a 2-bedroom that we were looking at. So compact to where half of the place is stairs.
You said that.
Half of the place is stairs.
The only reason why I liked it, because one of my qualms with a lot of the apartments we were looking at is that we're 2 people getting a 2-bedroom apartment. The bedrooms are not the same size.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're 2 grown adults. We deserve to be in same size bedrooms. Because it was between the one place that Chanel was talking about that was like pretty much like, I guess, building blocks versus the one that we're in now. And the only thing that I liked about that one was that the rooms were the same size.
Yeah.
And the only thing, because mind you, I'm not seeing these places. I'm only seeing the pictures that we have that they post online and going based off, like, you would have videos and stuff. But, like, you know, videos are different than actually seeing it in person. So I was just kind of going based off of the vibes that I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like, the only thing I really liked about this place at the time was I only liked the kitchen of this place. And the only thing that I liked about the other place was the fact that the bedrooms were the same size. Yeah. Because in this place, 1 bedroom is like, you could fit 2 of 1 bedroom into the other bedroom. You know? And you were just like, I don't know, Cindy, the one that we're in is just so much better. And I'm like, I don't know.
I was like, you're going with this one.
And here's the thing. I know Chanel well enough that I was like, I even said on the phone, I know that we're probably going to end up with the one that you like, but I want to talk through the reasons why I like the other place. Yeah. And hear your reasonings why as to going with the one that you like the most is going to be a good decision for the both of us. I'm like, I know you well enough at this point that I'm like, we're going to end up here regardless. Like, even if you were to start signing the lease, you probably would have started the lease signing process.
I've been like, girl. Yeah. That's because one thing, I cannot convince Cindy of something that does not make sense.
No, that's true. And I feel like that's valid. Yeah. If something doesn't make sense, I'm not going to go through with it. But if it makes sense, I'll go through with it. Yes. And that's how I ended up with another big decision, which I'm sure we're going to be talking about later. Oh. But anyway, so yeah, so ultimately, I really like this kitchen. And I think one of the points that you had made to me was that we like to cook. That's one like a hobby that we both share. And the kitchen of the place where the bedrooms were the same was just like not it. It was like not it. And you were just like, so here's the thing. The rooms are the same, but we barely spend time in our rooms anyway. It's not going to be like that big of a deal. And like, we can work things out, blah, blah, blah. Where it's like, we're setting up the place where we have more living space. Like, we don't really necessarily have a designated dining area. And it's just like, the interior design of it made sense to me that I was like, okay, we can make this work. And then lo and behold, I came here, I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Ooh. I wish we could get you to tour the other ones so that you could really understand.
I mean, we could still technically, because
make sure I'm not there. Yeah.
Well, I reached out to all of them so you can reach out to them and I can show up type of thing. You know,
because I know that realtor was like, damn.
There were so many realtors. Like, if the realting like agencies or the whole, I don't know what the word is, but the vibe of it here is so interesting to me because so many realtors, because I talked to a lot of them. You met them, but I also talked to a lot of them over the phone. And a lot of them were making it seem like, oh, we should be so grateful to have.
So grateful to even tour.
Yeah, exactly.
These places are going so fast. Oh, you want a rent concession? No. Exactly. No, why would we do that? They're going so fast and we already brought the price down. Why would we do?
Yeah.
And your place is still on the market.
Exactly. There was one person where this was probably one of the worst ones for me because Chanel had to drive a couple of hours every single day where I messaged the person as you were on the way to the tour being like, hey, my friend is on the way, blah, 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 blah. And I got a message back being like, oh, I'm so sick. It's COVID. I'm not showing up. And you were like on the road to get there.
And he had multiple days to contact us.
Yes, and did not contact. And then I think the thing that was funny to me is after we signed the lease for here, so many of those realtors hit me back up. It was the same person who was like, oh, I was so sick, being like, hey, do you want to see this place? I was like, no
thanks.
Wait, are you sure? Like, you didn't?
Yeah, we're sure.
Pretty much. He had sent me a message saying like, oh, I'm sick. I'm not going to come. And I never responded. Yeah. I'm like, what am I supposed to say to that? Right. And he was just like, did you see my message? I was like, yeah, I saw your message. And he was like, well, I was sick. And I'm like, I understand, but I needed to find a home. Like, I can't help. Like, I'm glad if you were ill, you stayed.
And he works for a whole realtor agency. Have one of your other people show up.
I think one of the things that I've learned in this process is maybe it's just the way that we look. Maybe it could be other things. but people don't really take us seriously.
Oh, absolutely not.
They don't take us seriously. And I feel like they think, again, all in the whole pretense of, oh, this is the best that you're ever going to find. They're going to think we're going to be waiting like hand and foot, like being like, please. We don't have time to do that.
And we will find something else expeditiously.
And we did. And the thing that we found is better than all the others. Like,
it's better than all the other
Even the
ones
one that we were supposed to look with, the realtor who got sick, it was kind of far out. It was going to be like
It was going to be far out.
Yeah.
And then there were certain things that we looked at that were like, we'd be working with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the whole process in itself it was very eye-opening for sure. And I now know, I think like this is a good experience because, you know, if there's ever a time like we want to upscale or whatever, or look for a new place, depending on how whatever happens in the future, we now know how to navigate things better, that we're not going to be dealing with the same thing again. And I feel like we are doing the realtors a service. You know what I mean? Like we can be more assertive because they were making it seem as though, oh, you wait on us, when it's like, no, we can literally go somewhere else and find something in like 2 seconds. So.
Period. Yeah. And I was even walking around and I'm like, if I had to find another place, I'm fully confident I could.
Oh yeah, even in this area.
Confident.
Yeah.
Beyond. It's going to take effort. It's going to take work. And time.
Yes.
But give me 2 weeks. I'll make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, we made this happen in 2 weeks. And imagine, I'm actually here.
We're both here.
We could divide and conquer.
Could you imagine? We'd end up with a mansion for $2.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Because, there's literally like diamonds in the... This is a diamond in the rough. Even when I was moving my stuff in here, the movers were like, oh, this is such a good find. Yeah. Being like... Because I'm coming, well, technically I came from a 2-bedroom apartment, but like I only really use 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. So they were moving in my stuff. And one of the movers said, I was actually concerned because you have so much stuff in the truck. And stereotypically the homes in this area are not that big. And so he was just like, I didn't think that your stuff was going to fit. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. But he said as soon as he walked in, he was like, oh, this is a very open layout. Oh, the appliances are, and he was like, you got lucky. He's like, you don't find places like this in this area. You got lucky. And I literally just thought, I was like, my roommate did all the work. I didn't do anything. Like, but hey, I'm glad to hear these compliments because it makes me feel better about where we're at.
Yeah, for real.
I like it. So far, I like it. Yes. So it's been like what, 2-3 weeks? 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks sounds right. Of us actually being here.
Yeah. So how has the 2 weeks felt for you?
Quick.
It's actually kind of insane. I don't like how fast time is flowing. But you know what that means?
What?
We're having fun.
We are having fun.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I know.
And you know, just for context, me and Cindy used to be on the phone for literally a work shift every day.
We've already mentioned
8 hours a day,
every day. We talked every single day.
On the phone.
Every day.
Every day. And now we're 24/7.
That's crazy. That is true. It's crazy. And what's so funny is both of our parents think that this is the end of our friendship.
Yeah, everybody's like, are you sure?
So here's the thing. I don't get why, because all of my roommates for me, my random roommates were the worst ones for me. But the people, when I knew the people, it was easier for me to live with them.
Yep.
And I feel like that makes sense. So the only thing I could think of it being an issue is if you don't feel like you can communicate with your friends.
Yep.
Because yes, living with somebody can be difficult in the sense of like, oh, you could be different cleanly or whatever. I don't know. For us, I never felt like we had an issue because when we first met, I don't know if you remember, we were at my place, mine and Eva's place. And we were doing like
Kyra was there,
and we were talking, and we were on the same page for everything.
Literally, what would you bring on a deserted island? Same list, exactly the whole same 9.
And we literally looked at each other. I'm pretty sure we said we could be roommates.
Yeah,
we literally said we would live together perfectly.
And the other 2 people were looking at us like
they were like same, and they were kind of the same. They're like, oh, so this is just our friendship and different people.
Yep.
But yeah, so. I have not been concerned. We've already traveled together a couple of times. We've done a couple of trips together.
Travel is really make or break.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, if we can travel together, and be fine. If we could have a podcast together and not even be in the same place for over a year and be fine, what's living together going to be?
Yep.
So,
period.
But if this is the end of BGS, goodbye.
Bye. No,
it's not. We talked about, I said until like we're 50 something.
Yep.
Until retirement age.
Yep.
Until the wheels fall off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want to hit Rhett and Link status.
Yeah.
Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
Yeah.
Welcome to good mythical afternoon. Well, we'd be good mythical evening for sure.
We would be good mythical evening.
Because we be filming in the evenings, if you didn't know.
They can't tell because of all the lighting.
All the lights.
But yeah, no, honestly, Rhett and Link hit us up. We're funny.
We are.
We have good
We're
charisma.
Hilarious.
Yeah, we could add a little bit of spice.
A little bit of DEI. Add a little diversity to your roster.
Woo!
But
yeah. So I don't have any worries about us living together, and I honestly feel like this is going to be a really good experience.
Yes.
Especially because again, we're like the same type of person in different fonts. The way that we want to decorate is pretty much the same. The goals that we have for ourselves into like our 30s are pretty much the same. So we're pretty much going to be like uplifting each other. So I can't wait.
Wow.
I know. Do you have any qualms? Because I'm coming from the perspective of no roommate to roommate, which my parents were like, oh, you live by yourself for 2 years. Do you really want to have a roommate again? And then you're coming from like, you live by yourself, then you live back at home. Now you're living with one person.
And a cat.
And
I have a cat at home.
But my cat's trifling.
Her cat is trifling.
Just a quick side. My cat gets under my skin, right? And I talk about my cat to other people, and other people are like, oh, you're so mean to him. You're so mean to him. Chanel has validated the fact.
He deserves it. I can say this for a fact.
Yeah.
Winston deserves to be tortured. Look at him walking in. He deserves to be tortured. He is a little butt.
Yeah. He's a demon.
Demon. We call him Demon. He's Winston Demon. Okay, yeah. That's his first name.
Yeah. So it makes me feel because I will say though, like having Chanel here makes me feel better to actually bully him because everybody tells me I bully him, not realizing that they don't live with him. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to be off it. His behavior has improved.
It has improved.
It's improved
in just 2 weeks
because
he was doing too much.
Because
like, okay, I've had lots of animals in my life. Mm-hmm. Shout out, Mom. She's gonna send me a cease and desist again.
But this is a positive thing.
Maybe. But Winston, the thing about Winston, he's bad. Because, okay, you're gonna scratch the floor outside of my door to try to get in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I could live with that. Well, whatever. But you go for 3 to 4
hours.
He will continuously cry.
Yeah.
To the point where you wake up out of your sleep.
Yes.
And walk outside your room to look at him.
Yes.
Bad.
Yes.
So I take the broom. I go like this on the ground and he runs away.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I've been doing that every time he scratches or makes a sound outside of my door. I do that and then he runs away. Yep. And guess what? He has stopped doing it.
He stopped.
At least for now.
For now. Yeah, the thing is, because also, I want to make a comment about the crying, because I know there's going to be some people who will say, oh, if he cries, ignore. I have been on Google.
Does not work for
I've
him.
been on Google. I've read all the things. I've done all the things. Ignoring does not work with him.
It does not work with him.
He has a weird type of persistence. Like, this is the thing that bothers me about animals. They're too smart for their own good. Because he knows at some point we have to leave our rooms. Because here's the issue. Sometimes he'll be crying at my door and it's 9 a.m. on a Saturday. I need to leave my room. I have to, like, my food is out there. Like, I need to go do stuff. So he's going to think that, oh, because I cried, the door opened, when in actuality I had to leave. Or when I have to go to work, you know? But he will keep going. That's the thing. He will not stop. He will then change his tack. Because what he did before Chanel started with the broom is he would go from my door, cry at my door, scratch at my door, go to Chanel's door. Because I would hear his cry get fainter as he walks. He cries as he walks away. That's the thing. He'll cry from my door and cry and cry and cry and then be at Chanel's door. And yeah.
He's bad.
He's bad.
And, this is a thing that has happened to me at many houses with many cats. He peed on my clothes.
I don't even...
My clean clothes.
That to me is so crazy because I've had him for like 4-ish years.
I have been over to your place numerous times and he's never peed on my clothes.
Yeah. Door open and everything. And I think maybe it's just because it's a new place, trying to assert dominance. I don't even know. But...
He's bad.
We're learning. Because now also he stays in my room at night, which is another thing that we never did before because he used to be trifling. I just push him away from me now. Because the thing about him is he'll wake me up at 3 a.m. by putting his cold nose on my eyelids to wake me up. He's a bully.
He's a bully. He's bad.
Or what he'll do is he will sit on one side of my pillow so that if I turn around, my face is in his fur. And so what I do now is because I remember I'm bigger than him, I just push him away.
Yeah.
Or I pick him up and I drop him on the floor. And for the past couple of nights, we have been able to coexist fine because I'm really good at waking up and going back to sleep. And I just let him out at like 7:38 when he gets to eat. And he's quiet until we're out and about. So I'm hoping that this phase is soon to be over. And that he returns to normalcy. If not, or like his new normal.
Yeah.
If not, he will be bullied. Or he'll be returned.
Return to sender, which is the trash.
Yeah.
He's a trash cat.
Trash cat.
We got a dumpster outside. We can make something happen.
But yes. So anyway, that's living with a cat. Living with living with a singular person. How's that? Versus living with your family. So far, because it's only been 2 weeks.
My family. My mom used to wake me up, so having a cat that I can bully, you can't bully your mom.
You can't bully your mom.
Because they'll bully you right back in there. They have years of experience every year.
And all they have to do is they'll just start listing all the reasons why they should be grateful you're alive. Type of thing. Yeah.
So, I get to sleep in, especially now that he's leaving me alone. So I get to sleep in. Let's see. What else is different? I just be vibing. Oh, I have more space to myself.
That's true.
Because even before this, but we were doing renovations on our house.
Yeah.
So, the construction workers would wake me up in the morning. And then you couldn't really do anything in the house because all of it, like literally half of our house was under construction.
I was over at I stayed at your home in the middle of the construction when I was visiting. And like a couple of times that I was over, it's just,
you can't do nothing in there. So that's interesting. But other than that, I feel like it's more chill.
Excuse me.
More chill. I've been vibing. And then I'm more inclined to go for a walk and stuff like that because it's more...
Our area is very walkable.
It's very walkable.
Really nice area.
Like, my place back home, you can walk, but it's more like nature and trails.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. I just give me some streets to walk on where I'm not going to get run over.
Right.
And that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then I feel like it's easier to set new routines because I have my own bathroom.
Yeah.
I've been sharing one bathroom with the whole family.
That's crazy. That's things that I will never compromise on. I'm never going to share a bathroom again in my life, and I need an in-unit washer and dryer.
Yes, please. Lord, please.
Yeah.
So I think it's good living with one person. Yeah. I think it's been cool. We've been vibing.
Yeah.
We've been going out. We've been eating.
Well, that's only because it took us a while to get groceries.
It took us a while to get groceries.
Because,
one, we had to wait for all your stuff to be delivered. And then after that, the whole place was not usable because we had to unpack
boxes on
boxes on boxes on boxes. And then once we unpacked boxes, then we had to clean everything because there was something on everything. And then finally, when we got there, after 2 weeks, we were able to go to the grocery store. We chilled for a little bit. And then we had a meal prep.
Yeah.
And so that takes forever. And we had to clean the kitchen like 5 times.
Yeah. So it just took time. Like, it happens when you move.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, it's like, I've been also trying to get rid of some stuff. Because it's like, my apartment space is one space. And this is a new space. Even if it's like, even though it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, it's not set up the same.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff I'm like, we don't really need. Also, when you're moving in with somebody else who already has their things, it's like, why do we have 2 blenders? We don't need 2 blenders.
And then we've been doing a lot of Facebook Marketplace stuff too. We spent a whole like 2 days just driving around picking up Facebook Market.
But
we got good stuff.
Not gonna plug because Facebook is the wild, wild west, but
yes, Wild West.
It's like the only really like Facebook Marketplace and I think Craigslist are the only 2 places that you can really go and like post stuff and sell stuff. Facebook, I think, is just more easily streamlined because almost everybody had a Facebook account at some point that they haven't deleted. So you just post. And the only reason why I know about Facebook Marketplace was because I was trying to offload stuff when I was in the Bay Area. Like, you had a piano that you no longer needed. That's not something that you donate. Because that's money right there. And then I started selling more things. We were able to buy, and then I was like, oh, with stuff that we're not really using anymore, we can buy nicer, better things to help with this place. And then I was like, oh, well, this nice piano could easily be going for like, I don't know, $800-900, but you buy it, but most people sell things for half. So I'm like, well, why don't we go and try to see if there's things that we want that are in good condition that we can get for half the price.
Yep.
And we were able to find a lot of good things.
A lot of good things.
For half the price, if not less than half the price.
Delicious.
So, yeah, I am a Facebook Marketplace fiend. Chanel knows. Like, literally.
She'd be like, okay, so Chanel. I'm like, oh, here we go again, another thing. I look at the phone. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. That's nice. Where is it?
That's
it's in Florida.
Damn, girl! Okay, so what I gotta say is this. I'm coming from San Francisco and Houston, right? Where people typically drive like an hour and a half, whatever. Like, I'm going to go see my brother in Palo Alto was an hour and a half drive. And driving an hour to an hour and a half in Texas is not crazy. I just never understood how like 30 minutes driving in LA could be
different.
It's just different.
It's different.
So I'd be pulling up places. I'm like, oh, it's only a 40-minute drive.
Wow, it's only 8 miles away.
Well, I would never look at the miles.
Like,
I would just look at the time. And it'd be like, it's 8 miles away and it takes 40 minutes. Like, oh, why is that? You know, and so it's putting more things into perspective for me where it's like, okay, we probably should stay closer to the area that we're currently at instead of going 30, 40 minutes out of the way. There were a couple things that I was able to get you to do 30, 40 minutes out of the way, which I personally don't regret because I like the stuff, but I ain't going to do that again.
You were pushing it. We had 2 full days of just driving around getting stuff. Yeah. That was crazy.
But
I don't regret it.
It's worth it. Because we got good things.
I'm looking at some of our stuff.
It's good
things.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Yeah. We got good things. Like, I'm pretty sure we got nightstands from there. I got a standing desk for $50.
Yeah.
And then I think I've made, since moving, before we moved, I made like $720 from selling things. And since we moved, I'm pretty sure I've made close to $300. So I've made $1,000 selling things that I barely even use. Over the course of like 3-4 weeks that we've like disseminated into other things in the home. Like, wow, that's not bad, you know?
It's not bad.
Right.
They're nice.
Hey, I haven't looked at anything since.
Because we reached our limit.
I think the only reason, the last thing the thing that we most recently purchased was carpets. Or rugs, and rugs. The only reason why we did it is because we just wanted to have something to kind of hold our furniture in place.
Yeah, we need rugs really set off a space.
Yeah.
You need a rug.
Yeah. But I'm very excited for like the DIY stuff that we have planned. And I can't wait. I think we're gonna wait until later on into this year, if not earlier next year, to kind of finalize things.
Yeah.
Chanel had a deadline of 3 months. I had a deadline of 6 months. So we compromised and said 4.5 months. We want to have the place completely done and potentially have it open for dinner parties or game nights or something.
We're going to have a housewarming party for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, bring something.
I need to make more friends.
Yeah. So you can have a fire housewarming party.
just so that it's like the people who are there, because all the people that I know from here, I know through you. And it's not like I'm not friends with them, but I know them through you. So I'm like, I would like to have my own people.
I'm scared.
Yeah, Chanel don't like my friends.
Yeah. You know, they are very interesting, because Cindy will tell me things and I'm like, that one time.
What one?
We don't have to get into details, but that one time we were in the car together. And you
were driving back from San Diego.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I had this friend one time. And basically, you told me the whole story, and I was like, "Oh, she's racist and she hates you."
You want to know what's so crazy?
What?
That's the exact same. That's the exact story I knew you were gonna bring up.
Yeah, because what the hell was?
Yes. You know what? I need my friend Josh to fly out here. I love Josh.
Josh is my homie.
Yes, but he's a friend that I made that became friends with you. So
I guess we'll count that. I guess
it counts. I knew Josh first. I met Josh my first year. I didn't meet you till I was like a fourth year. So
I guess. I give you. You did your big one with that.
Oh my God. I don't know how much time it's been, but one of the funniest things that Chanel and I do is we just be doing random improv.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's so funny. It's hilarious.
I was at a full restaurant. Sister, how are we going to make it out of the mines?
So one of the things that I've really enjoyed about this area is that it's so close to so many different things. Like, we're in Los Angeles, right? Like, obviously there's going to be a lot of things to do. We were walking and we found a restaurant at random. We wanted Indian food, mind you. And we were walking to one Indian place that was about to close, and the other Indian place was like popping, and we didn't want to wait. So as we were walking, we saw a sign that pointed to a Mexican restaurant that we went into, and it was like mood lighting. It was like dimly lit, only lit by like candles. Like, you couldn't even read the menu without the candles. And we started pretending that we were like orphaned, like village girls from like 1800s Britain.
When are we going to make it out of the mines?
Yeah,
Sister, where did mother go? Please. And we're just doing that. And then the waiter would come and be like, yeah, can we get this and this and that? Thank you. Anyways, sister, please, I'm so hungry.
And that would carry over into the house where we did that, where you knocked on the door being like, my long lost sister. And I'm like, I don't have a sister.
I was like, how would you know I'm your long lost sister, girl? Come on.
Yeah. Or recently Chanel came back from a walk and I was doing the dishes with my headphones on. Yeah. And I look up and she goes, I'm a burglar, I'm going to kill you. And I was just like, okay.
I was like, friendly neighborhood murderer. And you were like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, you're not like scared or anything?
No, like, I'm not scared.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But I don't know. I find it fun because, again, me going from like having no roommate to a roommate, I get bored so easily. I get bored so easily. The only thing I could talk to all the time was the cat.
And he's a menace.
And he don't talk back. Or when he does, it's just attitude. It's literally just attitude every single time. And so also, like, I would already talk to Chanel on the phone all the freaking time. So it wasn't like it was any different. Now I just laugh more often. Like
oh my God, when we were walking back. Because, okay, here was the situation. We were having dinner once again, and we had this fire dessert.
It was so good.
It was so good.
So freaking good.
And there was one bite left.
There wasn't even a bite left. It was 2 bites.
It was 1 bite.
It was 2 bites.
It was 1 bite.
It
fit on my spoon, so it's 1 bite. One.
It literally was a mountain on her spoon.
It fit on the spoon. I scooped it, and I went, and she said.
Okay, let me give context, right? So we got 2 desserts from this place, right? And we actually combined the desserts to make an even more fire dessert. And I personally felt like the dessert portion was small. Like, I finished up one dessert because I was going to grab a piece of the dessert to mix with the other. And I looked into the container and it was gone.
You literally, they only had 4 pieces. You looked. I was like, girl, you know there's not nothing in there.
I was hoping, right? So I was checking because obviously, to me, I feel like that's an indicator that I wanted more to eat. That I was looking at the container for more.
You sending me secret signals?
I am. It's not secret, girl. I'm talking straight to your face.
I'm not listening.
Okay, well then I'm talking to them then. So anyway, I was looking in the container looking for more, and I was like, okay, to me, I feel like that signifies that I still want to eat some more dessert. So I'm looking there. There's nothing left. And as I like put it down, like she takes a spoon, scoops it up, and is going to put it in her mouth. And I said, I said, you gotta be kidding me right now.
And I said, what?
And I said, you really gonna eat all that by yourself?
And I said,
exactly.
And sure enough, she took half of my bite. And then I ate the And then when we were walking back, we were talking about it, and I was like, "You want to let me be great, girl?"
I was like, I can't believe you're so greedy.
Because here's the thing: Cindy is a food person. I am a dessert person.
Yes.
She didn't want to let me do what I need to do as a dessert person.
Because here's the thing:
let me be great.
Because typically, what would happen is like I would like max out on desserts. Yeah. I typically can't eat a dessert.
Yeah.
Only desserts recently that I can eat, like I can do a cheesecake. Like Chanel recently made a Biscoff cheesecake that was banging. That was good. But typically it's like I will eat my fill of dessert and I'm like, Chanel, you got it. And typically with food, Chanel will eat her fill, do it to me and be like, you got it.
Yeah.
I am telling you, this dessert was so freaking good. So good. We'll probably be back there this week.
We already said we're going back this week.
Yeah, and we're not giving the name because we're
gatekeeping, bro. We're gatekeeping so hard.
You're never gonna know.
I don't even care.
And even if we say it, I'm bleeping that.
Don't even care.
Bleeping it out. But yeah, so it was so good that like I actually wanted bites of it. Low key, we might need to get double dessert. Because I think we're only going to get like 2 things, right? We're going to get that appetizer, maybe.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We'll get less than we ordered last time. Yeah.
So we might as well just get. Do you want to try more of the menu? Or do you want to do.
That's a good question.
Because actually, I have an idea for our order. Why don't we just get the starter that we like? We get 1 entree, and then we get 2 of the desserts.
Oh.
So that we're trying a new entree. Yeah. Getting a starter that we like, trying a new entree.
Trying one new thing. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Okay. But anyway, so yeah, it typically doesn't happen for me to like actually, desserts.
Yeah, get down on some dessert.
And so that's the reason why it was, I could understand, like now that you mentioned it, I could understand the shock, but also you have to understand from my perspective, I wanted more. So.
And I don't blame you. Yeah. I respect you for that. But let me be great.
And I will next time when we each have our own respective.
We each have our own dessert and I reach over and grab the last one.
I will bite your hand right off.
Woo! Yeah. Yes. But we were walking back talking about that, and I swear to God, I was about to pee my pants. We were laughing so freaking hard about.
My abs were hurting.
We were like literally. I know our neighbors are sick of us because we were cackling as we were walking back. The one thing
about our neighbors is like I would put money on it that we're the youngest people living in our complex.
For sure,
we are the youngest people living in our complex, and probably the blackest people living in our complex.
Are you joking? Yeah, that's for real.
So I know we were singing karaoke in here. Chanel got this little karaoke system. We were singing with. I know they're tired of us. If they can hear us, they're tired of us.
They're tired,
but they can't do nothing about it.
They really can't.
We live here now.
They really can't. But shout out to them.
Yes, they've been nice so far. Like they're really nice.
We were in the elevator with an Ajima.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She looked wealthy.
She looked super wealthy, like K-drama. You know what I'm talking about if you ever seen a K-drama, the mother-in-law. That's ready to like attack the son's girlfriend.
Let me pick up Korean again because you know she probably be cooking. Ooh, them side dishes. We love us.
She probably has a maid. She probably has a personal chef because I think she's in the penthouse.
Hey. I just want to bite.
Ajima,
please.
We volunteer and help sick children.
I don't think she's gonna care.
She's not. She won't believe us for a second.
No, I think we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
We need to become the best neighbors that all of our neighbors have ever had, and so that they give us things.
Yeah. Because looking in their places, the stuff that they have, I'm like, that should be in a museum. What the heck?
They're very.
And why are their windows always open? I can't help but look in. I'm sorry. I don't be seeing no one.
I just see their stuff.
Yeah. And their dog.
Yes. The dog sees us.
The dog be yapping.
Yeah.
But shouts out to him.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far, this has been a really good experience. I truthfully cannot wait until our apartment is done and that we're on the schedule that we set for ourselves, because we both have goals for our 30s.
Yep.
And I think us living together is going to really propel us into said goals. And I am actually so excited for 2026. We have so many fun things planned.
Woo!
That's like, you're turning 30, I'm turning 30, and we have like little trips in between. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be
skinty.
Yeah, we're getting in shape. We're focusing on fitness. We're focusing on meals, and it's going to be good for us.
Yeah, real good for Lyman.
Real good for Lyman. So yeah, here's to a new chapter.
Yeah.
The roommate chapter. Let's see if we survive. Ah! Can you imagine if this is like the beginning of the end? Like this is the
beginning of the beginning.
It's the beginning. I have faith. I'm not worried in the slightest.
Yep. Yay.
Alrighty.
First podcast in the new place. Drama.
It is drama.
Yeah.
But anyway,
see you in the next one.
Bye.
Is someone knocking on my door? Hello? Open the door. I'm filming a podcast right now. Goodbye.
Hi.
You want to say hi to the podcast?
No, thank you.
Okay, bye.